Hello, hello, it's Julie Davison from juliedavison.com. Welcome to Thursday Night Stamp Therapy. I am so happy you are joining me today. It is Thursday, August 1st, and I've got some sneak peek product to share with you today. I'm so excited about the brand new Stampin' Up! September through December mini catalog. I cannot show you the inside pages of this catalog, but I can show you some new product that's coming inside this catalog. Demonstrators can check out the catalog right now. They can view it on the demonstrator view of the website. And oh my goodness, there's so many amazing things. I printed out a few pages, the suites and the bundles, and I'm already planning all the fun things that I want to do. We picked out some product that we're going to feature for vacation stamping school. Mom and I have been planning out our Sunday stamping schedule. I'm really excited. If you're a demonstrator, you can pre-order starting August 6th. That is next Tuesday. And if you're not a demonstrator, you're going to have to wait until the catalog launches officially on September 3rd, on Tuesday, I think. I think that's the date. Super excited about that. And so I thought we would play with some new product. The Winterly Treetops Bundle. And I forgot the name of the suite. I'm gonna peek the catalog really quick. The designer paper is called Nests of Winter. And if you are a demonstrator, you may have been able to pre-order this early if you attended Creativity Now. And that was a demonstrator virtual event that happened at the end of June. And I was traveling that day. We had a family vacation. And so the videos ended yesterday. And so yesterday I was trying to scramble and watch the Creativity Now videos. And so I'm feeling very inspired. And I actually thought we would make today two of the projects that were part of the Creativity Now. So we're going to make a couple cards using this new product. And I also have some birthday cards to share with you and some other fun Happy Meals. So tell me what you guys are doing. I'm so glad you are joining me. Oh, Nancy Cousin reunion. Oh, I know you always look forward to that so much. 80 people. That's incredible. I would love to know, what is the largest family reunion you've ever been to? It's been a long time since we've had like a really big one with extended family. But I know you guys can have some really fun gatherings. I've decided we're taking a last minute trip, the girls and I, to Michigan. So we're going to visit mom and dad, and we're going to pick up my niece on the way and just kind of have one last hurrah before summer ends. And so I'm excited about that. That's going to be next week, and I'm looking forward to stamping with mom in person and having some time to visit. So a very, very, very small scale. We will not have the whole family with us. It'll just be me and my girls and almost all of the granddaughters. All right, tell me, what do you think about Winterly Treetops? What do you think about the Nests of Winter designer paper? Let me show you. This is a 12 by 12 designer paper, and it's got these beautiful birds. I just love this. And you know how I feel about designer paper that has images that are so easy to cut out like this? This one actually coordinates with the dies from the Winterly Treetop. So you can see there's coordinating stamps, and you can die cut those with the dies, or you can fussy cut them. This other piece, this one, there's not dies for this one, but I did fussy cut some for our project today. So I love that there are so many options. And then the beautiful back sides as well. This paper is so gorgeous. This is one of 6 or 7 suites in the new catalog that are winter themed. There's a beautiful autumn suite that I cannot wait to play with. And then some cutesy ones. There's a cutesy reindeer and like a whimsical like penguin one that looks really fun. 150 people at the family reunion. That's a lot. I can't imagine organizing such a large event. I'm trying to organize a shoebox swap for some of our team members, and oh my gosh, that 150 would be a lot. This is a much smaller scale, and I feel like totally last minute. If you're a team member, check out the poll in the Tips Facebook group and make sure that you respond to that. The Winterly Treetop is a line art image. We've got some birds that both die cut the paper and the dies, and then this awesome sort of now it's not even the punch and I'm having trouble. Boughs of holly, bough. The bough with the leaves and the berries and the little willow, and then some great sentiments. Sending thanks and much love, thinking of you always. A friend like you brings me happiness. And I love that you could customize these if you wanted to, and you could like omit part and just have sending thanks or just thinking of you. The dies that coordinate with this, die cut the images, of course, but then there's also detailed dies with this awesome frame, which I've die cut for you. We're going to do something fun with it. And then a couple other little detailed pine. There is an embossing folder. Check out this. I love this big size. It is like a full 6x9 kind of size here. And of course, I discarded the packaging. This one is called Birchwood 3D embossing folder. Really fun. And then we've got some twine, a natural tone linen thread in green and Cajun and night of navy, and then the earth tone shimmer gems. We've had some gems that are similar to this. The purple ones come to mind, and I love them. They have such a nice color and a nice little shimmer, kind of faceted gems there. So this looks like it's got some very vanilla and garden green, crumb cake, and a little Cajun craze to embellish our projects. Well, we were able to get this product early, and I've done nothing with it. But when Mom was visiting back in, oh my gosh, May? When did we order this? It must have been May. She made some cards and shared them in our team meeting. And so I just wanted to show you those. So these are all created by Susan LaCroix. She used the Country Birdhouse to do the birdhouse here with the designer paper. So she stamped on the designer paper and then colored it. I just love it. So festive. A great way to bring in that birdhouse into the Christmas images and stamps. And then this lovely one using some of that designer paper as a strip to cut, and then some of the navy twine behind there. And here you can see that frame, the detailed die cut frame. It's really gorgeous. So I can't wait to dig in and make some of these cards. Before we do, I want to give you a couple reminders. Bonus days, it's time to redeem your $5 coupons. You can redeem as many coupons as you want on the same order. If you're ordering with me in August, you can use host code 4 WWW, D as in Davison, G as in good, and W as in wow, and Q as in question mark. When you use my host code and order $40 or more, you're going to get a special project kit from me. Our August project kit is going to feature the Season of Green and Gold suite from the online exclusive. I'm excited about that one. I'll be sharing projects later in the month. Also starting August 6th, we've got a designer paper sale. You can save 15% on designer paper from the annual catalog. So I think almost all the designer papers in there that go with the suites. Thoughtful Journey, I was just using that recently. The Winter Meadow is a carryover. The Countryside Inn is a carryover, as is the Bright and Beautiful. So many options. The Perennial Lavender as well. So many things. If you love designer paper, stock up and get your favorite designer paper. This sale starts August 6th. So you can combine bonus days with the designer paper sale. We're also going to have new kits, 2 new kits that start August 6th as well from the kits collection. And there were some sneak peeks in the mini catalog of some new kits, and I'm excited to see those. All right, let's get started. So I am creating projects from Creativity Now, and so they've got these great handouts. I just love that they did this. I'm going to make some changes though. I'm going to start with this one and make a few changes. So I'm using almost all the products I think in this suite to create this project, and I have done a few things ahead of time. One of the things I did was to die cut that frame, and this is so beautiful on its own. They actually did it in white and then colored with Stampin' Blends, but I wanted to add a little something fun to our frame. So this embossed cardstock on crumb cake is going to go underneath it, and I'll put the measurements for you in the video description in case you want to try this at home. But one of the things I want to do before I put the card together is to add some embossing paste to our pine frame. I just got this. We were talking about how how it was so dried out I had to replace my embossing paste, and so I ordered a package with the free shipping, and so I'm going to use some tonight. Actually, let me get out a little piece of scrap paper. You could also use your silicone mat for this. And I also have my little palette knives. These are in the annual catalog with the embossing paste. And there's two different options for embossing paste. There's a shimmer, and then there's just a regular white. And you can color them with re-inkers if you want to customize your embossing paste. There's 3 different knives here. In the palette knife, there's sort of a long, skinny one. There's this one reminds me of like what do you call it? Like a spade when you're making like a brick wall. And then this one too, sort of just like a scraper. So I'm going to use this one to add some detail to our frame. And my thought was that it could be kind of like a snow covered pine, pine tree. So this is going to need a little bit of time to dry. I was trying to peel it back so I could put it back. It didn't peel very well. All right, so the embossing paste, when it is fresh, is like it almost looks like frosting. Don't eat it though. So I'm just going to take a little bit, and you definitely want to kind of keep it covered when you are not using it so it doesn't dry out. But I'm just going to kind of on my paper here, just sort of like touch against the pine and add a little bit of embossing paste. I want it to look like snow, so I'm just going to kind of dot it along. I just wanted to kind of customize this frame a little bit more. There's no right or wrong way to do this, so you can add as much or as little as you like. Just a warning, if you're sensitive to smells, the embossing paste does have a little odor to it. And we're going to let this just air dry, but I think if you wanted to, you could speed it up with a heat tool. I'm trying not to make it too clumpy. Can you see it? I think it's going to be so much fun. I love the little detail. I actually don't want it on the frame, so I'm going to scrape it off the frame and try to stick with just the pine. I'm gonna kind of hold it up over here so you can see. Oh, I like that. That looks so good. I scraped it off the sides and I'm not sure that that looks so great. So I think I'm gonna go back and add some to the sides where I had it, so that it looks a little more intentional. Just gonna sneak in here for a little bit more. It does dry pretty quickly. And so hopefully it'll be ready after we get the other parts of our card done. Okay, so fun. You want to make sure to wipe it and clean your tool off right away. So I brought in a wet paper towel so I could wipe that off the palette knife so it doesn't get dried and crusty. And then I'm just gonna take my paper and I'm going to throw it away. Actually, before I do that, I'm gonna set this over here and let it dry. Okay. We want to take our jar and we want to seal it back up really good. I also have the bag that it came in, so I'm going to put it back in there as well and try to just really keep it nice and tight. And I will be using that again on another project. I'm excited about the frosted forest. That's why I got it, because I wanted to use it with the frosted forest. All right, so our next bit is going to be to do a little stamping. And so I've got our cardstock piece here and we're gonna stamp Thinking of You Always. Sharon, why are you going through a crafting withdrawal? If you've been tuning in to my 12 days of Christmas, there's just no way you could be going through withdrawal, because I've been stamping every single day for the last what's today? I think we're on day 8. There has been a daily video every day. I hope that you've been enjoying them. No need to withdraw. There's lots of inspiration on my channel. I hope whatever is causing you not to be able to craft, that you'll get a chance to return to that soon. I'm going to take and trim a little banner tip on here. So I always like to go right up the center and then from each corner to the top of that center cut to create our little thinking of you banner. And then I fussy cut these from the designer paper already. I thought these were just so much fun. And so these are going to go on the frame, and one's going to be up here and one's going to be down there, and we'll add our greeting and then embellish with some twine and with some gems. So while this is drying, I feel like it's doing pretty good. While this is drying, let's move on to our next card and kind of work on that a little bit, and then we'll come back to put that one together and assemble it. All right, so our next card, we're going to do some stamping and some coloring. We've got copper clay for our card base, a piece of that willow designer paper. I like that one too. Ooh. So maybe we'll change our mind. This is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inches, and we'll have to vote on which one we like. But let's do the other part first. I've got a piece for what's the very vanilla for? Oh, some sprigs. Okay, so for these, all 3 of those, we're going to die cut some sprigs. But before we do that, we're going to do some stamping, and then we'll die cut all at the same time. So this goes there, this goes here, that one goes there. Okay, we are stamping that that bow shape, and I'm going to do this twice. We're stamping with Memento black ink. If you are a demonstrator and you've already seen the catalog, tell me what you are excited about from this mini catalog. And if you're not a demonstrator and you haven't seen it, tell me what you're excited to see. What would you like to see in the catalog coming up when you are able to see it? Are you hoping for some leaves or some snowflakes or snowman? What kind of images would you like to see as far as stamps or designer paper? We've got not a lot of details yet, but I think there's also going to be a scrapbooking release of some new products in September as well. No demonstrator pre-order on that one. So if you're a demonstrator, you'll be able to order the same time everybody else does. And Sharon, absolutely. I totally thought of you and your mom when I was playing with this designer paper. So I've got some colors here. I'm going to use copper clay, cherry cobbler, and some shaded spruce to color our image. And, oh, you know what? I think that there's another stamp image. No? What am I looking at here? Oh, I see. Okay. There's another image to color, the little willow image. And so I'm going to stamp that. And I'm going to do that on the white as well and color that. Ooh, it is tight, but we got them all on there. I know, Regine Ann, it does not disappoint. I'm so excited about all the awesome things coming in this catalog. Okay, so with these willows, I'm going to do a little bit of light copper clay. And I'll bring in the, I'm going to bring in the color lifter I added just a little bit at the bottom, and I want to just bring the color lifter in to kind of spread that. I'm also going to bring in some Wink of Stella. I don't want to have that harsh line of the copper clay on there, so I'm just going to try to blend that a little bit. And the Wink of Stella, I'll add that as well. Oh, that's perfect. I love Wink of Stella. If you don't have it, you should add it to your next order. There's always room for Wink of Stella. It's just a perfect little sparkle, and I know it's hard to see on camera, but there's a little close-up of those willows. Okay, so next up we're going to do the shaded spruce and the cherry cobbler. And I'm debating whether or not, yeah, it looks like they used copper clay on some of these. The larger leaves are going to be the shaded spruce. And then the smaller ones are going to be copper clay. What interesting colors to put together. I should have done this coloring ahead of time a little bit, but it's been a very busy day. Today was the last day of marching band camp for my high schoolers, and they had a showcase this evening to show us what they've been working on all week. And so we had that, and I had multiple appointments today, so I was kind of running around, and I still haven't eaten dinner. So as soon as I'm done with our video, I'm going to have some dinner. I think Jim made spaghetti, so it smells so good. What did you guys have for dinner? Make me hungry. Tell me what you're eating tonight. Or maybe you haven't eaten yet, I guess, if you're out on the West Coast. What is going to be for dinner? Oh yes, Maria the ephemera. I forgot about the ephemera. There's some really great ephemera packs in the new catalog. Some great like tag making kind of themed items and card bases, I think, as well. I'll have to be honest, like I looked through the catalog all at once, and then I kind of have just like looked at bits and pieces, mostly focusing on the suites, but I gotta go back and give it another look through. If you're a demonstrator, then your copy of the catalog is coming in the mail. Every demonstrator gets a complimentary catalog, and if you are a customer of mine and you shop regularly with me, if you've ordered $50 or more in the last 12 months, then you're going to get a copy in a couple weeks. It'll come in the middle of August. And if you haven't shopped with me yet, if you place an order this month, then I will be happy to send you a catalog. You can check out all the new things coming out. That catalog is going to be September through December. And so there is going to be plenty of time to get all the things you love. And I know we've talked about it. This is not the mini catalog with my stamp set. Next time, the January through April 2025 catalog will have my special Million Sales Achiever stamp set. I'm so excited. I cannot wait. Demonstrators are going to be able to pre-order that in December, and we'll be able to preview the catalog in November. I know that's crazy to be talking about that already, but it feels like this year is going so quickly. So November is going to be here way too soon. Okay, it is now August, but how many of you have started your Christmas cards? Were you stamping some Christmas cards in July or even earlier in the year? I always love to hear about people who do like, a set of Christmas cards every month to have what they need to send at the end of the year. I think that is such a great way to stay on top of your crafting. This is such tedious coloring. Thank you for being patient with me tonight. I'm just trying not to rush. I'm just feeling it, just going with it. Are you stamping with me tonight? Are you stamping at home? Or are you just watching? All right, I'm gonna add maybe a couple quick touches of dark at the bottom of these copper clay, just to give it a little more depth. And then I'm going to add some Wink of Stella really quick to the berries. Don't look too closely at my coloring. I feel like I am outside of the lines and a little bit sloppy. I'll give you a close-up in a minute. Let's add some Wink of Stella to the leaves too. Channeling Bob Ross tonight, feeling happy little leaves. I would love to learn how to paint. My grandmother was such a talented painter. All right, we are going to use some dies to die cut. And we're going to have to send this through a couple times because I have one die for the boughs of holly. And one for the willow, and then we also have some detailed dies to send through, so I'm gonna send those. Oh, Gail, that stamp camp for Christmas in July sounds fun. Mia, need to get started with cards, finishing up summer classes, and then we'll start. I know, how is it almost time for school, right? My girls start in 2 weeks, less than 2 weeks. And they're not ready. They're not ready to go back to school. Who is, right? Summer is so much more fun. Okay, let's get these repositioned. Using that sticky note tape. I feel like it was sliding around though. We're loading it all up today. Sorry for the shaking. And we'll send it through one more time. Very relaxed stamping tonight. Hopefully this is how stamping is for you at home. Very relaxed and calm, and just take your time and enjoy the process. Oh, so are you excited about going back, Mia? Mia says she's a teacher and also going back very soon. Are you ready, or are you also feeling like you could use a little bit more summertime? I'm sure we have some teachers and retired teachers watching tonight. It seems like stamping is a very teacher thing. Okay, getting rid of my scraps. I want to make sure not to get rid of my dies. So make sure they're all accounted for before I put scraps in the trash can. Oh my goodness. Okay, well this one shifted a little bit. See how there's all that extra room? And this one looks a little bit better. So I'm gonna make this one be the top one, and I'm gonna cover a lot of it up. Okay, so we've got some extra pieces to put. I think there was supposed to be more more green, but I don't think there was any room left to die cut. This is a lot of pieces. You know what? I think this was the same die as that. I could have die cut them both the same. No. No, pretty close though. Okay. That is very busy on the front, but it's gonna look lovely. Let's bring in the rest of our card pieces. And so this is going to go all on the square, and we're going to stamp in the middle, and then we're going to put it on the center of this cardstock. So here's where I need your help, some voting, if you will. Do we want to use that background for, sorry, it's sloppy right now, but you're getting the picture. We're going to have sort of like this, a wreath. Not a complete wreath, but it'll be sort of an open wreath. Do you like this background, side 1, or the wood grain, side 2, for our card, for the base? While we're talking about that, let's go ahead and stamp sending thanks. I'm just going to sort of like kind of line these up generally. And this is going to go right in the middle. This was copper clay. Sending thanks and much love. And we're just going to start putting this together. So the bottom one is easy because we're just going to use some Stampin' Dimensionals. The top one is just going to be a little trickier with all the extra layers. I think we could still put it on with Stampin' Dimensionals and then just add some of those extra things on top with glue dots. If you like a more simple look, I think that looks lovely. I don't think you need all these extra little pieces, but since that's what it called for, that's what I did. I will say, I think that my imperfect die cutting blends in with the white background. I don't think you can tell as much that it is so messy. So it's kind of almost a wreath, not exactly, but I don't mind to the open ends there. And then we're going to use some liquid glue here, and I'm going to start with, I really think that there's supposed to be more of these green pieces, but we're going to make do with what we've got. So I'm going to do one up here and one down there. Oh, uh-oh. Get back in there. Okay, and then I'm going to do a little glue on the back of, here's my little trick sometimes. I do it, if I don't have my grid paper, I do it on the Stampin' Dimensional sheet. This has some twine, and we want to do a little twine bow. I feel like we're totally covering up those berries, but that's what it shows. Our little willows, very layered here. I like the look of that though. There's too much going on, it doesn't want to stick. Our twine pack includes 3 different colors. It includes the garden green, copper clay, and the 9 of navy. I'm going to use a little bit of copper clay. And we'll do a nice bow here. A bow, not a bow. So So that's going to kind of go right at the top. All right, looks like you guys pretty much all of you like that wood grain better. Here is the first one. If you're just tuning in, it is very busy. I think I do definitely like that wood grain better. Or maybe we should just pick another pattern. I feel like the wood grain is very, very subtle. We'll have a quick look and we'll see if we like anything better. How about that? Really make it our own. Use a glue dot right in the center. I like that. That's really pretty. So this wintry treetops, of course it's got the birds, but this card doesn't use the birds at all. Let's see what other designer paper we have. We've got obviously the birds and the blue. That doesn't make sense. The green. I don't mind the green. I don't know. What do you guys think about green? That might be an option. We also have another blue one. And the trees, that's really busy. Nope. That's got like it's like little bird footprints. And the birch. Okay, so I think it's between the green stripes and the birch. Tell me. See, the thing I don't like about the birch is that there's no contrast. It's just like white background on white. We're having some connection issues. I feel like it looks very blurry. Does it look blurry for you guys? Oh, it just fixed itself. Okay, Fonda likes the green. Richie, Ann, and Gail. Penny and Sharon. Georgia, you think it looks too busy with the stripes. Yeah, I get that. There's not going to be a lot of stripes, though. It's like, I mean, it looks, I have a big piece here, so it looks overwhelming, but like, it'll just be like a little peek of the side. I will say the thing that I don't like about the stripes is that it's not the same green. This is like shaded spruce, and this looks more like a garden green. So the shades of green are a little bit off. Oh my goodness, I don't know how these were on here. Oh, almost lost one. Okay, but you guys all like the green. Yeah, maybe the birch with a mat. That's not a bad idea. If I didn't have stuff on here to almost cut it down just a little bit. But I could see doing like a little green. Like a little, that's too many stripes, but like a solid green with that I kind of like that. Ooh, what do you think? Another Matt, yes, who is saying that? Nan, I think I like that. So this is, I need a bigger piece. This is 4 1/4 by 4 1/4. So I am going to go like just a little bit, 4 3/8 by 4 1/4. Let's see what we think about that. Oh, that's almost nothing. That was not enough. Oh, I meant 5/8. 4 5/8. Oh, but I still need to cut. Okay, 4 5/8. Turn it 4 1/4. That's what I needed to trim. Okay, so that, then there's just like a tiny bit of the birch wood grain. I like that, but I'm gonna tell you what, I am not going to waste that whole giant piece. No, no, no. I will put little strips of designer paper on the end, and we're gonna do a faux full designer paper layer back there. Let's get out our adhesive. So I'm going to first start with those pieces of designer paper and put those on the end. So it looks like there's a whole piece back there, but we do not need to waste an entire piece of designer paper and then cover it all up. I don't mean waste it, but you know what I mean. When you're covering it up, you are, it's wasteful because you can't see it. So that just seems silly. So we'll save most of that paper for another project and get more bang for our paper pack. Okay, so there's our faux layer, and then we're going to put this on the green. We could do the same with the green, it's true. However, I do find that the white cardstock is so thin that if I use just a little strip of green, sometimes you can see through that and you can see that it's not a full layer. So I am going to use a full piece of green back there. One thing that I do sometimes though is I punch or I die cut the center out, because usually you can't tell when the center is cut out. So that's what I would have done if I had thought of it, but I didn't. So let's keep going. All right. Do you have, is your camera view, is it blurry or is it just me? I don't know if it's I don't know which part of my connection it is, because I'm seeing it on camera and it looks like it is not very clear. And then it's okay again now, but hopefully, oh good, all right. Well, I'm glad it's just on my end. This card base called for a copper clay card base, but you are covering up the entire front. There's no reason this needs to be copper clay. You could absolutely put this on a white card base instead, and no one would know. Then you would be able to have a white inside without having to add an extra layer. But it is what it is. It's fine. Let's bring out our gems and maybe add a few of those. Is that too much? Maybe that's too much. There's a lot going on already, isn't there? Would you put gems on this card? I think I'm going to skip it. However, I am going to put gems on the next card. Tell me what you think. I guess if I did put gems, I would put some like in here. But I feel like you can't even see them. You can't even see them. They blend in. Oh, I lost the glue dot. Tell me what you think. If you would gem it up or if you would leave it. I know what Mom says, right? She's always blinging it up. Let's bring in our other card. I think that our embossing paste has dried. If you're joining late, I used some of the embossing paste on the detailed die cut of this awesome pine frame, and then I also pre-cut some of the designer paper, these nests of winter designer paper. So now we're going to put everything together, and I'm going to start with this I'm going to start with, let's do dimension on this. I'm going to start with the embossed cardstock. This is crumb cake, and I'm going to center that on the shaded spruce card base. And then let's use some dimensionals. You can either use the adhesive foam strips, or you guys know I've got a whole bag of these Stampin' dimensionals that I always forget to use. So I'm going to use some of these for my frame and kind of pop that up a little bit. And the only thing I'm not sure about is if I need to trim them down a little bit more. Let's find out. When we put this on, oh no, that actually I think is going to be just perfect. I thought maybe it might be too thick, but it is going to cover that very nicely. Okay, so next Thursday, I think I will have my pre-order, and I'm wondering if you guys would like to see an unboxing video, or do you prefer just a project video? I always try to do to share projects when I do my embossing videos, so I don't know how many projects I'll have ready for you. And then if you are not a demonstrator and can't order yet, maybe it's frustrating to see things too early. So let's take a quick little vote. Tell me in the live chat or in the comments if you're watching the replay, would you like to see a new mini catalog unboxing next week on Thursday night Stamp Therapy? That would be the 8th, 1 week from tonight. Tell me what you think, and I will go with the vote. Oh, it's so sticky. Okay, the bottom is sticky, the dimensionals. The embossing paste is pretty well dried, so I think that worked out nicely. And I love that detail of the snow. Let's go ahead and add our birds. These were fussy cut from the designer paper, and so you can kind of mix and match and decide. And I'm going to add these with some Stampin' Dimensionals. And we have our little sentiment, thinking of you. So this is going to go on first. I want to make sure that doesn't get covered by the bird. So I'll add the sentiment first and then the birds. Gotta make sure that our birds stay inside the, I don't know why this is so big. Let's cut that down. This paper kind of reminds me of that Flight and Airy designer paper we had. There was also an older paper called Free as a Bird. Do you guys remember that one? That was a good one, and it also had some similar birds. And these are just, I feel like, the winter version of those birds. I have to adjust that thinking of you because it's still not over far enough. I guess maybe I should have put the bird on first. The sample had 2 sets of birds, one at the bottom and one at the top. Is that too much though? I kind of just like it like that. I don't know. What do you think? We got 2 birds, so should we add a 3rd bird in the corner? Or should we leave it at 2? Now that I take it off, I feel like maybe it looks a little empty. Tell me what you think. 2 or 3 birds. Carol, this is a brand new stamp set. It is coming out in the September through December mini catalog. The suite is called Nests of Winter. And it has some gorgeous designer paper. So these were cut from the paper, but there are some birds in the Winterly Treetops stamp set. And this is the stamp set that I used to create the first card. And I will show those cards from Mom again in case you were tuning in late, but she made some amazing samples. All right, let's see. We got 3, 3, 2, 2. 1 bird. Maybe put the other one inside. Ooh, that's a good idea, Judy, to put it inside. Barbara says 2. Gail says 3. 2 birds, 3 birds, 2 birds. Put the big birds at the bottom, small bird on the top. 3 birds, 3 birds, 2 birds. Drop them down a little more. Okay. You guys are really split on this. I feel like it goes both ways. Let's see how successful we can be at peeling back our our bird, which is already on there with dimensionals. There's just so many like little detailed pieces. Oh, we did it. I don't know how we did it. Sharon, yes, the bundle is the stamp set and the dies, the Winterly Treetops, and then the coordinating dies. It is a bundle. All right, you guys were saying two. I tore it off of the detailed die cut without tearing anything, and I couldn't tear it off my table without tearing. Okay, you guys were saying to move it down a little bit. And so if we move it down, we'll also want to move gentle, 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 gentle. I think we'd also want to move our greeting down, right? I like that. And then we'll put the other one inside. Good call. Let's add dimensionals back on to our cut image. There we are. My goodness gracious. The queen reigns. All right. Conscious of our sentiment again. This way we can see more of the frame, because I feel like the other way we were really covering up a lot of that frame, and that made me kind of sad because we spent so much time adding snow to it. Oh, that's lovely. On the inside, we'll add this piece with a little white cardstock. And if I don't cut it right now, I'll forget. This is going to be 4 inches by 5 1/4. I'm excited to play some more with this Nests of Winter suite. There were some other projects from Creativity Now that were featuring the bundle without the designer paper. And so since I have both, I'm going to go and maybe add some of the designer paper to those designs and kind of finish it out. So here, oh, we're not done. We got to add some bling. I know there's a lot going on here, but I'm going to add some of these gems. I feel like there are some strategic places where we can just add a few of these gems just to frame out our card to finish it off. You know what? I think it could use, is it too much? I think it could use some twine. Do you think that's too much to add a little twine? I think since we took a bird off the front, maybe we have a little more room, a little more leeway in adding a twine bow. But you guys tell me what you think. Is it too much? Because I did add the snow. You know what? We could strategically put it right where it tore and cover that up. I kind of like it. I'm going to do it. Oh, yes. What a fun card. I love this. Okay, I'm going to show you one more time Mom's samples using this suite. And again, this is something that's coming out in the September through December mini catalog. Demonstrator pre-order starts August 6th. This catalog will be available to everybody else September 3rd. And it looks like there were many requests to have a unboxing video. So I will plan to do that next week. I'll unbox and share with you some other products, and I'll try to make a few projects if I can. Here are some of the projects that Mom created ahead of time when she was here in May, using that frame. So this is what it looks like without all the snow added. And maybe I went overboard with the snow. Maybe I could have just done a little less and would have been okay. Love this one with the designer paper and the navy. And then here she used the country birdhouse to create a little seasonal bird. So much fun. Thank you, Mom, for those awesome samples. All right, so again, this is called Nests of Winter Wintry Treetops coming soon. This is a sneak peek I wanted to share with you. And now I have some cards to share with you, some birthday cards and other cards that I've received in the mail, including some duplicates from the Great Big Card Swap. So I thought we would end our video tonight with some of those. I just want to give everyone a shout out for all the amazing birthday cards, especially. You guys always inspire me. So let me show you the birthday cards, and then I've got some doubles from the Great Big Card Swap. This is not a birthday card. This is a thank you card from Linda Vanderspool. Sending a thank you for all the cards we sent to her father for his 100th birthday. So thank you so much for helping us to celebrate Les. The next card is from Belinda Bosch. I love this with the pretty sunflowers. This is an easel card, so it folds up and then it can rest up against that scallop oval on the inside. This is on Stampin' Dimensional, so it has just enough to rest against that for this lovely easel card. So pretty. The next card, I love this, from Julia Mazer. She used that Your Classic, I think is the name of the stamp set. These colors are fun, pretty in pink with a little lemon lolly, coastal cabana on the basic gray with a real red TV and those amazing foil die cut pieces. This is not a bundle I have yet. It's brand new. Claire saw this card and she said, "Is that Stampin' Up?" It is. We have some really fun bundles in this year's annual catalog, and this is one of them that is just a little bit different and a little fun. So you can find that in the big book in the annual catalog. Our next card is from Jo Williams, and she used some of the Full of Life designer paper, and oh my gosh, so many different die cuts with the colors from the paper from the Spotlight on Nature dies. I was just looking this up for somebody. If you're looking for those Spotlight on Nature dies, they're going to be back in stock at the end of August, the week of August 26th. So you'll still be able to order with your bonus day coupons if you're looking for that. I love how she alternated between the different styles here and the different colors. Such a pretty card, Jo. Thank you so much for that. Oh my gosh, I love this, from Debbie Baverka, and she used the In Colors Petunia Pop, Pretty in Pink, Peach Pie, Shy Shamrock, and this lovely eyelet embossing folder to create this quilt card. So pretty and so beautiful. Thank you so much for the extra card and celebrating me. The next card is from Terry Biggs using the Jungle Pals stamp set. So fun. I love, Terry, how you use the sentiment and stamped that in the background. Such a graphic way to incorporate that, and then die cutting the little alligators. So cute. I love that so much. Oh, look at this one from Sandra DeHart. I love how she stamped on the back, stamping, die cutting, adding the designer paper, and then this fun diagonal fold card. This is cut from one sheet of paper, and you can cut 2 cards. I have a template for this, and I've shared it. I'll put the link in the video description so you can see it again if you've missed it. This uses the Countryside Inn designer paper, which is part of that designer paper sale starting next week on August 6th. 15% off select designer paper, including this Country Time Inn designer paper. What a beautiful card. Thank you so much for that one. Oh, I know, you guys they're all beautiful. I feel like I just say the same thing because you guys send such amazing cards. This one is from Chris Almond, and she has this gorgeous designer paper with the die cut. Do you see the little foil border behind it? And all the little details, the sequins and the bow and the butterfly. Just absolutely beautiful. Chris, thank you so much. I always love your sparkly cardstock too. Your cards are just so special, and they make me feel so special. Here's a birthday card from Linda Vanderspool. I love this layout. Painted texture embossing folder in the background, and then just 4 simple strips of designer paper layered with the navy cardstock. Love, love, love that. Oh my gosh, this one came from Jill Steele. Look at her cute little envelope that matches. I've never seen a card like this, but I love it. It's a piece of designer paper that has been torn and then folded in half. So you open it up and you can have your sentiment here, but I just love how she added all the little details. This is some boho blue. It looks like, oh no, it's probably older than that, with Misty Moonlight and some Highland Heather. Maybe it is boho blue. It's so beautiful. This Hydrangea Hill, I think was the name of that designer paper from a few catalogs ago. And then Unbounded Love with the frames and the sentiment. Just fun. Gorgeous card. Oh, look at this one. This is from Char Cooper. And I did not earn the April Sales Challenge special bonus class, but Char did. And she made this card. And they got a special package of designer paper that was called Country Rose. And it was the countryside in paper, but in pink. So all the same patterns. And so this was one of the cards that they made. And the little note card she put on a larger card base with an embossed cardstock and a layer behind that. I thought that was just so cute. I love that cute little card on the front and such a simple layout as well. This is such a great fun fold. This one from Yvette Klein. This has a double opening. It has a flap at the top and then a gatefold inside. I thought that was so much fun. What a great way to add some movement, and what a fun card. And this designer paper, I can't remember what it was called. It is so pretty. It looks like embroidering. And I'm sure, knowing our concept or our artists back at the Stampin' Up! Home office, I'm sure that someone did embroider all of these, and then they took photos to create this designer paper. That's an oldie but a goodie. A new paper, and one that's included in the sale, is the Thoughtful Journey designer paper. This card is from Judy Howard. Her classic signature deckled edge there. I love that, Judy. This designer paper is just so beautiful. You cannot go wrong with any of the patterns. And then a little die cut circle from Unbounded Love with the sentiment, "Today we celebrate wonderful, brilliant, fabulous you." Oh, I love that, Judy. Thank you. More awesome paper. This one's from Karen Nevin, and she used the Country Lace designer paper, also on sale this month, with the Country Birdhouse. And this is the foot holding for the birdhouse, but I love how she turned it into a bird bath. That is so clever. Little die cut flowers are part of that bundle, and the happy birthday petal pink with some misty moonlight. Such a beautiful card, and such a clever way to use those dies, Karen. This card is from my sister-in-law, Angie Hillman, and she used a paper pumpkin kit. Well, some pieces from a paper pumpkin kit, and then also this is from another stamp set, and the name just went right out of my head. It was a greenery and like a fern kind of stamp set. Really fun. Evening Evergreen, and this embossing folder, Tasteful Textile, one of my very, very favorites. I love that. That pink card. Oh, Regine Ann, I know, it was so sad. My April sales were really big. So if you are not a demonstrator, you probably have no idea what I'm talking about. Back in April, Stampin' Up! Challenged demonstrators to better their best. So better last April sales from April 2023, improve it by $1 or more in April 2024. And the thing is that April 2023 was the highest sales month ever in the history of Stampin' Up! And so many people had a lot of sales. We had really big sales. And so to beat that, for some of us, really took a giant effort. And some people rose to the challenge and they made that giant effort. Yay! I'm so proud of all of you who did. For me, it was just a little too high for me to overcome, but everyone who did complete the April sales challenge got to go to a special virtual class and receive that free package of paper. So that was so exciting. If you're a demonstrator and you achieved the April sales challenge, leave a comment in the chat. I want to cheer for you. I think that is such an amazing accomplishment. These are all the birthday cards I got, but I have a few more to share with you. Some doubles that you sent me for the Great Big Card Swap. I always appreciate this so much. It is never expected, but you guys always come through. The theme in July for our Great Big Card Swap was summer. I know we've got Christmas going on over here, but our theme in July was summer, and so these cards are all summer themed. This one from Linda Vanderspool. I love this layout with the designer paper from the By the Bay and those little die cut shells. This one was from Ross Muncie, a little windowsill card, I think they call it, kind of folds up like that. This is the On the Horizon designer paper, or New Horizons designer paper that was so popular 2 years ago. And now we have the Thoughtful Journey designer paper, and it's on sale. Sharon, our theme in August is monochromatic, and our theme in September is masculine. So if you want to send ahead, this is for for the Great Big Card Swap, and you can send your swap cards to Julie Davison, P.O. Box 6164, Champaign, Illinois 61826. Our Great Big Card Swap showcases happen on the 2nd and the 4th Tuesday of every month, and so our first one for August is going to be August 13th. It seems a little bit late, but we had such a late start with August starting today on a Thursday. That just puts our second Tuesday back a little bit farther. Our next card is from Cindy Ewerts, and she spelled out the theme right there, summer, using that awesome Beach Day stamp set. I love how she's stamped on the inside too. So fun. I don't have this stamp set, but every time I see a card, I'm just thinking like, is it too late? Should I get it? Our next card is from Virginia Smith, and she created a spanner panel card with this awesome sunset stamp set. One of my favorite bits of summer is watching the sunset, especially at the lake. And so I thought this card was so clever, and a coordinating envelope. Virginia, thank you for that. Our next card is from Mimi Hennelly, and she created a center step card using the ice cream swirl bundle, Sweet Birthday Wishes. I love this, the sparkle on there. You can see she's got some glitter paper that's die cut, and then also added some Wink of Stella to the ice cream. Our next card from Terry Biggs is a fun fold using the Burger Bistro. You pull down and it flips up. Oh, I love that. I am totally going to have to try this one. I love the detailed die cut. This is another bundle that I didn't get, but gosh, you guys always make me want things I don't have. So see, it's even. Paybacks. Such a great card. I'm gonna have to try this because I think it would be so fun with just about any stamp set and designer paper. Maybe I'll do another one with the birds. Our last card from the swap is Dixie Van Shake, and she used an old paper pumpkin for this one. So perfect with the summer theme. Oh, the summer nights are all alight with everything magic and bright. I hope that you are enjoying your summer nights and the rest of the summer. We still have a few months before summer's over, and it's not over until October, right? No, September. Fall will officially start in September. So I hope that you are enjoying your summer, even if we are rushing in a little early with our winter fun. I can't wait to show you more from the mini catalog. So be sure to tune in on next Thursday, August 8th, and I'll do a little unboxing and share some more projects from the September through December 2024 mini catalog. But well before then, I've got 4 more days of the 12 Days of Christmas in July videos. And so I hope that you'll tune in tomorrow at 1:00 p.m. Central Time. I'm not sure what our oh, I just remembered what it is. Eee, it's going to be fun. Tune in tomorrow at 1:00 p.m. Central Time, and Saturday and Sunday and Monday will be our last day of 12 Days of Christmas. And if you've missed that series, you can go back and watch the playlist and check out all of the videos and see. I've been sharing new projects every single day for the last week solid. It's been a lot. It's been a fun challenge, and I hope you've enjoyed watching those videos. All right, you guys, if you enjoyed tonight's video, please give it a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on all the videos I just told you about. This Sunday, Mom and I are featuring the Wildly Flowering Suite in our Sunday stamping video. That's in the annual catalog, so I'm excited to jump back to that. It's got very fall vibes with those 2023 to 2025 in colors, and I'm excited to play with that one. So be sure to tune in on Sunday for that, as well as all the other things I just told you about. All right, you guys, have a great night, and I will see you next time. Bye.